Hello, it is Thursday, and this is Bad Blood. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Beautiful.
Hey.
All right. So tonight we're going to be talking to 2/3, unless we count Buck, of the COs for Bad Blood this year. Unless he just joined, he did not. All right. So before we get into all the fun stuff, we got some house cleaning and things like that. It'd be great. Just go around the room. Buck, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm here. It's Thursday, so it's what
It is
we do.
indeed.
Hey, well, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good. Nesbit, stop nerding.
Oh, just PG, boys. Just PG.
Lovely.
He's
And
alone
Doc,
in his
how you
house.
It's quiet.
doing? Yeah. Right. Doc, how you doing?
Living the dream, baby. Living the dream.
Awesome. All right. So tonight we're going to try and stay on agenda, but we got some other stuff which is fun too. So we're going to introduce the COs. You guys can give a little rundown on how you like to do things without giving away trade secrets. And my favorite thing is how you like to organize. Do you like to break up into squads, or do you like to just send the full mass of nonsense at everybody else? I mean, yeah, I'm with AWOL. That's just all the fun. Before we start that, I got some cool news. EMR is actively making repairs and improvements to the field, which makes everybody happy. And I was lucky enough to get a video of what EMR is working on. I'm going to show that. Little warning: I sped it up because it was a long video. It's a little vomit-inducing, but because it's cell phone video. But yeah, so EMR has basically rebuilt Skull Tower, which is
Woo!
a lot of people.
That's my favorite place.
So let's watch that real fast, and then we can get into our evening. So yes, I had to have fun with the music. So
I love it.
yeah. I spoke a little too soon, though. I said that they're rebuilding Skull Tower. They're not turning into Skull Rancher because the second floor of Skull Tower is being demolished as being deemed unsafe. So
That is homophobic, and it's Pride Month.
what'd I do? I don't even know what you're talking about.
The second floor being destroyed. That's homophobic.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they're gonna, rebuild it and put new stairs up there because I know the tribals who like that area like to go up there.
We
but,
love that area.
Yeah, but it's got some new features. It's going to be a little more, what's the word I'm looking for here? Defendable. So that's going to be a fun spot. So tribals are going to do what tribals do, and we're going to have
Make it
fun.
spicy.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So yeah, let's talk about how we're going to be running this thing. Let me see what we're doing again. All right, so let's introduce the COs from my right, I guess. AWOL, you are the long-running CO of Green's Army. How long have you been doing this now? Refresh my memory.
3 years? 3 years?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think Buck's right, about 4 years. So what is it about Green's Army that drew you to that?
It's not multicam.
Yeah, he
Oh.
chooses mediocrity.
Green's Army always has a really good turnout. You're actually leading in ticket sales, not by much, but you are leading in ticket sales. So Green's Army is going to be a full house. They're all going to be full houses if everybody gets, off the fence and does what they have to do. So how do you like to organize your team?
As a mass, just a green tide. It's easier to maneuver, and in the end, everybody has a lot more fun that way.
Have you ever tried the small team format kind of thing and felt it worked, didn't work?
I don't have to. There's always a group of guys that it's always first time, and we want to see the field. Okay, as like I always say, I start my speech out. Hey, you're not gonna have fun because you're gonna the spawn's gonna move with us. The triage is gonna move with us, and you're gonna have a hard time finding it, and then you're just gonna be annoyed and honestly pissed off that we're moving as the whole unit, and you're trying to do the sneaky squad thing with potentially 500 other people trying to shoot at you.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. Doc, you are the 3 years or 4-year CO for Deus Ex, the invisibility squad till you get wet, of course.
Yep.
So other than it's not green, what is it about Deus Ex that speaks to you?
Well, it's the uniform looking pretty. We look the best. I just have to say that first. No, we just have had a solid core for 4 years. It's been fun playing alongside guys. Look who came along.
Nice. All right, go on.
I lost my train of thought, but just camaraderie. There you go. That's what I got.
So, AWOL likes to keep Green's Army as a mass, being that multi-cammers are always the tactical of the guys out there. They like to do their little squads and sneaky peeky stuffs. How do you like to try and get them to form up?
I think the best situation, much like Green, is the horde mentality. You have a lot of question marks amongst new players and guys that want to venture off on their own. That's fine. They can do that. They can suffer heat stroke if they'd like. Stick with the group. That's where you get your respawn, or you're going to go for a mile walk and be lost for a little bit. But horde mentality is always the best approach, I believe. Most effective.
I agree. And Mark Thomas, you are the CO of the Black and Tans. Right now we're talking commander's intent and how you like to form things up. First off, other than, easiest uniform requirements to fulfill, what is it about Black and Tans and, when you first came along, Marxists that kind of spoke to you?
Well, we had black kit, so it was an easy choice.
My job here is done. All right. So how do you prefer the Black and Tan to kind of roll? Do you still stick with the brown wave, or do you kind of let people do what they want to do?
We sort of did half and half last year. The beginning hour 2, 3, it was the Great Horde en masse just running toward everything that was Deus Ex or green and shoot. About midway through, we kind of got split up just by chance, and it sort of worked out. We were able to find the doctor and get over to the runway, and then we group back together.
Nice. So to move on now, horde versus individual squads. What do you find in a perfect scenario would be the best way to handle both? Now, let's keep in mind that, the triages move with the horde. So when players start taking hits, they got to find everybody. But do you have a problem with maybe sending out, feeler squads and stuff like that if you know that they can accomplish what you want them to do? Mark?
Yeah, that can work.
Have you ever seen it work?
Well, Deus Ex guys snuck up on me last year trying to get back together with my group.
You're right, I did.
Yeah.
So to answer that question from our perspective, yes, we like to do some of that stuff.
Okay. All right.
It,
We'll have to really wait and see.
when you can, the moment has to be right. You can't just do it willy nilly.
It's a 3-part. You got to have the right people for it at the right
Mhm.
time in the right location.
Yep.
All right. So
Mark
is
was
there actually
wrong on all 3.
Yeah, I already know AWOL's answer, so I'm not gonna ask. But I think so. We're seeing, at least on the Discord and on the Facebook chats and whatnot, we're seeing that this is a lot of people's first bad blood, which I always love, and I love throwing people in the deep end and saying, here's what this is, and it's not like anything you've played before. AWOL, how do you tackle new guys who maybe don't understand your intent and kind of want to just Sunday airsoft it and don't really kind of get what we're trying to do?
I mean, obviously the main game, before we go out in the field, I do a little speech and kind of hey, this is kind of how it goes. This is how everybody has fun. Like if we win, we win, but I'd rather have fun doing it, and that's the main thing. And when we're out there pushing it, it's not so much me making the decisions. I'm asking other people what does the mass want to do versus me as the individual. So.
Nice. Doc, what about you? Because multicam is popular, and
we
go.
love to promote the faction. We play into the role of the Crusader element. I mean, you can see it with the stuff we promote. Just have fun with it. It's a great day all together. Obviously, we have our little speeches we give people. The patches is an element too. Just it's fun, and you get a few minutes right before the gun goes off, and you get to talk to them and just give a good understanding of how the day might play out. Look to your left and right kind of thing, but we communicate pretty well throughout the day, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. Every time I go looking for you guys, it's always interesting, what I find. And, you've always got a pretty good mass of people who are trying to listen, I think. There's people still want to go out. They want to shoot things that don't look like them, which is fine. That's the point, right? But yeah, you guys always tend to be, well, easy to find because you're always in Tippman Town towards the end of the day.
We have been.
Mark, what about you? How do you like to approach brand new kids and adults to what bad blood is?
Got to just keep them in the group, and they can learn by example.
Yeah, that works. Pretty good. Buck, what about you? You're actually bringing in a bunch of newbies that are your responsibility. How do you feel about that?
Yes, sir. I'll be honest, some of the newbies can be kind of difficult to wrangle, but it's a bit of a different situation for the tribal guys, especially being how we're kind of in a defensible position versus the chaos that comes with the large factions. So it's a little bit easier for me to kind of wrangle some of my guys, just because I also have the direct connection with them, but we also have a lot more people that this isn't their first sim, and they have like pre-existing nose for communications and like things like that. So it's pretty easy, pretty easy to get everybody kind of in the role. Trying to redirect people can be interesting for when some of them meander.
Yeah, we've all done a really good job of pat ourselves in the back of kind of promoting to get people who have been kind of on the tribal fence to make that jump this year. I don't know the exact number, and I don't want to give the exact number because people are going to try and game the game. But this is probably the most tribals we've had since moving to EMR.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be Hawaiian deep out there, and
y'all are rolling into a floral storm.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how, especially with the newer players who are rip roaring to go, but don't really know what they're up against, and they're traveling in these hordes, and then they just get ambushed by trees, and watching the chaos ensue. That's probably my favorite part, is watching the game as it happens. So, all right, let's go in a weird order. Doc, how do I want to word this? What's the thing you find hardest to manage from game on to game to index? What's the hardest thing for you as a CO to kind of get into their heads and get everybody to do?
The attrition element as the day wears on.
Do you want to explain a little bit? Because I know
the hardest element to manage is you're going to have players that leave the field. So by the end of the day, that's when most factions would be most vulnerable, or the COs would be most vulnerable. And you have to manage your bodies. You have to have enough players to stay in the field as long as possible, because you're going, 6 hours?
Yeah. Yep.
So you're going 6 hours, potentially in the heat. Let's assume it's heat, because it looks like that.
Let's be honest. We're
it could be a
looking at it.
tsunami. Fingers crossed. But by the end of the day, you have to have enough players on the field to win, more or less, and to get the last stamp or to capture another CO. So you're going to have enough players there, and attrition tends to be the biggest issue. Guys will leave, start barbecuing. Like, I get it. You know, once it hits the lips, it's just so good. You just want to sit down and relax. And that happens. I get it. It's a good weekend anyway. And
you made a good
bunch
point.
of buddies, but that's my biggest on-field issue.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point, because of everyone who's read the rule book and the objectives of the event. Obviously, you know, your objective as a team is to find the samples that are guarded throughout the field. But maybe people don't realize or remember that the COs themselves have bonus stamps. So, yeah, that's a really good point. If you don't have the numbers to maybe attack another faction because you need that CO stamp, that's something that needs to be factored into I guess how bad you want to win it, or how much fun you're having, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, because the game isn't over if you found the guarded stamps. There's still more out there and more objectives to do than that. So yeah, it's something to definitely keep in mind. AWOL, what about you? Do you remember the question?
Oh, probably late game target identification. The greens that walk off the field and then walk back on, walking to the triage, they're going to get shot at by our own team, because obviously late game, they're just looking to shoot everything. So, and it's Airsoft. Target identification to begin with is horrible. So,
yeah, well, yeah, no, that's a really good point. And Mark, what about you? Hardest thing to manage?
Joker.
Oh, and we've gone there. Yes, thank you.
I knew as soon as you asked the question, that was my answer.
It's a fair answer.
It is the answer. It really is. So, Nesbitt, looks like you have an opinion.
I mean, I think Joker should be his own special target package. I mean, every year I run into him. Every year I try to light him up, and every year he turns into a toothpick, and I just can't hit him to save my life. So this is the year.
Which is interesting considering his frame.
He's a Mack truck that can park in a subcompact spot when it gets BBs thrown at him, okay?
I don't know why you can park a Prius there, but you're not supposed to be able to park a Semi there.
I'm going to get him this year. Doc, I'm just letting you know that now if the opportunity arises. I'm taking it. I have a vendetta for this.
I am not advocating headhunting of people not Joker. So just make sure that's out there. Yeah, that's part of the
this is a personal vendetta. This is not a headhunt. This is not a witch hunt. This is, I'm going to prove to nobody but myself that I can hit that man.
I
Listen,
think we should settle this like gentlemen. A duel.
I think if anybody out there is going to go on a headhunting mission this year, and this is a wide open invitation for anybody that wants to be that idiot, if you are that determined to headhunt, Go after every single person that's been in the live streams and come up and take a selfie with them. That's your goal.
That would be great. That would actually be a lot of fun.
You get the kill, you get a selfie, and you move on.
Yeah.
And if my patches come in time, if my personal patches come in time, I may give you one on the field if I have them.
Yeah. And though I still to this day don't know why I am not as much as a target as you guys, but I am still a target out there. I don't know why.
I do. Your camo doesn't blend in. Duh.
It's because you're red.
I've worn some pretty gnarly camos before, and I've been able to hide myself pretty well, but yeah, I don't mind, being part of the action. Just don't target me. But yeah, I'd love for somebody to try and get as many photos with people as they can. That would be a lot of fun. Just be careful. You don't want your phone to get shot out. That would be not great.
Yeah, try to get us into an area or a building. Highly recommend. Also, before I forget, like the most chronically difficult thing on the field, absolutely the worst thing, is getting you all to drink water. Please, oh my God, I will pay you money.
So,
please.
So to that note, everybody knows I'm an NBED this year, and part of that is making sure that people are having fun and being safe. If I'm walking, I'm putting it to the test this year that every third person I walk up on, before they're allowed to do another thing, they got to take a sip of water. I'm pushing them to it. That way we can keep people hydrated, because I myself was guilty of it last year. Near the end, I started pushing on objectives a lot harder than I probably should have with very little water, and I forgot to drink, and it took its toll at the end of the day. So I'm going to be, I can't say the word I want to use, but the hydration enforcer. That's the word we'll go with. We'll go with enforcer.
That's why Black Shirts is always relatively successful, because Totsky is hard about if he's going to correct me. I know it, but I think it's if he's seen a guy in triage more than 2 or 3 times who hasn't been drinking, he'll actually stop them and make them before he'll respawn them.
Yep.
And it's the right thing to do. I mean,
absolutely.
Yes, everyone wants to get back out there and get their kills, and hopefully now get their photos with us, because that would be awesome.
Or videos, whoever you are out there.
If you're going out there and you're just not taking care of yourself, you're literally only hurting you and ruining your day. So just take the extra couple minutes, take the drink, get a little bit of something in you with salt, and be smart.
And listen, at the end of the day,
for the love of God, take it from the advice of every single person in this chat right now that has run countless Milsim events and countless Airsoft events. If the most important thing you do on that field is to keep yourself hydrated, I don't care if you complete the objective. It's all, are you drinking? Hydration.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
if you guys need to take a step off the field, man, that's okay. Remember that. There are food trucks there for a reason. Please drink your water, get your food. Even the guys that are out here, multiple of us have heat cashed out on that field.
Yeah,
it happens.
We've all gassed out, and maybe you're caught in the moment. I get it, but that's other
I've
than
been dragged off.
Oh yeah, but like other than to create the mobile triage format that we use. Triage is there to give you that rest you need. You're coming back in 10 minutes. What is it really going to kill you to eat a handful of jerky and down some water?
Or hell, just have a granola bar in your backpack for my tribal guys.
Yeah.
You guys are up in 5 minutes.
Hold on. We are missing a golden opportunity here. Almost every single person I've talked to about Bad Blood has said the key thing. Oh, I'm going to buy MREs because they're filling in nutrition. Guess what's in MREs? That little pouch full of corn nuts, and you get the little M&Ms, and you get pretzel bites and stuff. Guess what that is? That's your salt intake. Mm-hmm. Do what I do. I literally take that out of my MREs. Those get shoved into my belly pouch, and I munch on that throughout the day because it's right there. You just grab a handful and munch as you go. Doesn't take any extra effort, and you have it on you.
I mean, Todd and I always
Snyder's pretzels.
Yeah, well, Todd and I get bags of peanuts, and he's always got an apple in his pocket.
The
I
rocket
don't
apple
know.
tubes are amazing for airsoft.
What's that?
Rocket apples?
No. I'm just talking. Todd just got an apple in his pocket.
Oh, really?
That's just what he does.
Dude, those
And
rocket
the thing
apples
is,
are so good, though.
it works for everybody. Works a little bit different. I need water and salt, so that's why I always have a bag of peanuts or something in my pocket. Everybody works. I'm also a vegetarian, so I don't eat jerky, but everybody's a little bit different. But you need a little bit of something with a good deal of water, and you're fine. It's not a big deal. Just hydrate.
Listen, Ian, I'll make you some
hydrate.
tofurkey. It's okay.
I love that stuff. I love it. But yeah, but I mean, it's a fun game. This isn't one of those Uber Mill sims where you're trying to relive the suck, and those have their place. Don't get me wrong. Bad Blood is not that place. This is a fun event. You can answer that in a minute because I want to know too.
They're amazing.
It's a fun event for charity for 600, 800 people to just shoot at each other for no reason other than shooting at each other. How is that not fun? I don't get
For the
it.
love of the game, baby. For the love of the game.
All right, we got to know, what is a rocket apple?
Okay, so I'm going to nerd out for a second. When I was in high school 20 years ago, and they're still around today, I was in marching band. They came out with this thing called the rocket apple. It was a tube that looked like it was literally just like, the little tennis ball tubes. They were little tiny apples. You could literally palm it and almost make it disappear. Little tiny guys. They were genetically engineered superfruit apples. They had extra vitamins, minerals. Some of them had like energy producers. Some of them helped with your adrenaline. And they were amazing. You get like 5 or 6 apples in this little tube. They're like $8, but you can eat the whole thing. Like, you take the stem off, you can eat the core and everything. It's not like a normal apple. But I use them all the time for when we go hiking and stuff. I'll just throw a tube of rocket apples in my bag. You can get them at the grocery store mostly. And then you just like 4 bites and you just ate a whole day's worth of vitamins and minerals. They're amazing.
I like this.
They're super sweet.
That's
like,
good.
Super sweet, but they're all natural sugars. They're not like enhanced. They're not. There's no synthetics to them. They're just all natural, amazing apples.
All naturally genetically modified. Yeah, okay.
All naturally genetically modified super apples. Yeah, 33% of the time they work all the time. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I'm liking this. I mean, I think the point though is a little bit of food, and your water, or whatever. I'm not going to say it has to be just water. It should be just water, but Gatorade, Powerade, whatever. I don't care. Just
Liquid IV.
Oh, banana bags and stuff. Those are fun. But
Also, just a real quick thing. G Fuel and Gamer Sups and all of those like energy supplement booster, your little shaker in there, unless they are the hydration formulas, don't bring them on the field. Thank you.
Why? I'm curious now. Why?
They are filled with so much sodium, it will dry you out so fast.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah, it's a natural diuretic, and they're honestly worse than coffee. So you'll just piss your brains out in like a half an hour.
You make the liquid dookies?
No, not quite, but like you're just all of your hydration, you're gonna sap it out. You're gonna get a little bit of energy for not a lot of payoff, and if you don't have anything in your system to sustain the hydration, you're just gonna piss it out. It's gonna go quick, just like an energy drink. It's the same reason we tell you guys not to drink energy drinks, Monster, Red Bull, all that. Don't bring that on the field. It's not gonna help you. You want hydration stuff. Your freaking zero sugar Gatorades that have like no sodium. Your liquid IVs, banana bags, your actual water. Like, if you want to get fancy and infuse your stuff with like cucumber and mint leaves or whatever, be fancy. I don't care, but drink your water, please. That's all I ask.
Oh God, I just saw the chat.
Okay, All right.
I would rather kill myself than a camel pack full of. Do you know how fast that will curdle on field, dog? Do you know you're gonna be walking off field with butter? It's not even gonna be cheese.
Yeah, but think about the marketing potentials. You could sell it after the game as like Amish made butter. Just squeeze the tube on your Camelback and just into a container. Boom. Butter.
No, at that point, you might as well take all of your MRE biscuits and go, warm butter biscuits!
Yeah. Okay. Let's not take that advice.
Yeah, please don't actually make butter in your MRE or out of your frickin' Camelback, please.
Yeah.
Drink
but
water.
I mean, I've even seen questions today about people prepping their kits, and people are getting really excited, and I'm excited for them. And I think I asked it a couple times today. Well, where's your water? Where you get this kit layout? Okay, where's your water? Oh, well, I'm trying to figure out some kind of hydration pack. Okay.
Do me a favor, guys. If you guys are in the Discord for Bad Blood, which you all should be, Ian, if you could post a link. I'm going to be posting really quickly a Nalgene canteen. $14 on Amazon. If you cannot bring at the bare minimum a canteen in a Milsim-like game, you have not made your kit correctly.
I agree with that.
What about just stuffing a couple of water bottles in your dump pouch?
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, if that's all you've got, that's fine. I don't have a problem with
This
that.
is going to be my water bottle at Bad Blood this year, most likely. Like, it's a 40-ounce little metal thing, but like it fits in the exact same spot that my HPA tank does. I've got 2 spots for one, so I put that under.
So one of the really cool things also for like Camelback supplements, for those of us who run plate carriers with an air tank in our bag, and it takes up a lot of space, Amazon actually sells a Camelback bladder. It's a hard plastic bladder. It holds like 2.5 liters of water. It's literally in the shape of an armor plate that fits up into the back of your vest. So not only do you have hydration, but if you throw it in the freezer early in the morning and before it turns to complete ice, you also have cooling on your back until it warms up. You constantly have water on you. It fits in your vest. It doesn't take up any space. The hose just comes right up around your shoulder, and boom, you have water. They're like $35 on Amazon was the last time I bought one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Go ahead. Do you want to show that or no, Doc?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't have the.
I have it.
the
Hold on.
insert, but all I do. I have a backpack. I run HPA, so I have to throw the air tank in there. The Camelback sits right inside there, and then I add these tablets to the water well.
Nice, very nice.
So I'll pull my bladder out so everybody can see.
If that's what you need to do. I mean, I even wear one. I'm out there too. I'm wearing a hydration pack while I'm out there.
Boom. Here, let me turn off the background. Virtual background done.
All right.
Boom. So that's the hydration bladder. Your tube comes off right here. You fill it up, and then you just shove it right into your plate. Just like that. And then it's tucked up. You have reinforcement to your back. You have the weight where it needs to be tucked against you, so it's not sloshing around everywhere. And I can still run my backpack on top of it.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Exactly
They're
what you
great. They're so good. I love this thing.
need. But yeah, I mean, if you're not running some kind of pack, there's nothing wrong with nothing wrong with canteens on a belt or in a bag or something. But yeah, if all you've got is just plastic bottles of water, that's fine. Just make sure you have enough, and make sure to top them off when you have the opportunity to do so. Just running dry on water is not an acceptable thing to happen. Like no one's going to be running out of water. There's going to be plenty of water either on the field or in the staging area that you need to run off and you need to refill your bottles. Go ahead. The game's not going to wait for you, but we're happy that you're taking care of yourself. So that's really the most important thing to me. I don't know. So, because like I said, I mean, there's been times where even I've, not been drinking the right amount of water, and I had to step off the field for a while, and I'm not even a player. I'll find a nice cozy tree to sit under and crash for half an hour if I need to. But yeah, there's no excuse to run out of water. Zero.
Nope.
So. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, Todd got one of those ice plates or whatever.
Ice
I've
plates
never
are
seen
nice.
them really work properly. I know Primer likes them, but I've never seen them work properly. But that's not
Not
really
a huge
hydration
proprietor
thing.
of them.
That's more of just a heat thing. That's not a water source, is it?
Well, they have adapters that you can put in, so it'd be just like the one that Nisbet showed,
Oh, okay.
where you can obviously once it melts, you can start drinking it.
I will literally put mine in the freezer upside down, so the nozzle's at the top, and I'll leave it in there for like 4 hours before we play, because I'm neurotic and don't sleep much. And then when I pull it out and shove it in my vest right before we go on the field, I like the bottom, like the top half of it's still water, the bottom of it's ice, so it like feeds down to the straw, and it keeps me pretty cool most of the day.
All right.
takes
Here's
some
a
doing.
question that just popped into my head after seeing Nesbitt's backpack rig. How do you guys, as COs, and even you, Nesbitt, how do you feel about the guys who are just wearing everything in the kitchen sink on their back?
Well, unfortunately, I'm in a role where I kind of have to. I got to have medical supplies. I got to be able to support an LMG, which means tons of extra ammo. With the LMG comes an extra air tank, so there's more weight there. If I didn't have to, I would definitely streamline it down a lot more. If you're going to run a fully loaded rig, kind of like mine, where it gets very heavy, the key aspects are making sure the weight is displaced to the right locations. You don't want all of your weight to one side of the vest or the other or the front or the back. You need to make sure that wherever you put things, it evenly weights out your vest. Fastest way to burn out your shoulders, fastest way to hurt your back. You can throw your hips out of alignment. You can mess up a lot of things by not having having weight situated correctly.
Balance it well, guys.
Hey, well,
And also, tighten your vest up. You don't want your vest shimmying around.
oh, but we like the maracas. Hey, well,
I normally look to see how old they are, because if it's like a young kid, I kind of try and talk to him and see why and what he's carrying, and see if he really needs that, or if he needs a safe place to put it, because I camp on site and I have tons of room, and see if maybe he needs to store some extra gear, because obviously he's going out there with a backpack, with the kitchen sink and everything. He's more likely going to heat up, or he's just going to walk off the field miserable and go sit down and not play and be miserable. So
yeah, I'm Doc. I'm assuming you're gonna have the same answer, but what do you think?
I try to stop some guys in the parking lot before they come on the field. Once you notice like that's unnecessary amounts of weight, man, you're not signed up as an EMT. You don't need the first aid kit on you. Limit what you have on you a little bit. Yep, maybe you want to bring ammo out there. That's fine. That's understandable. But I try to stop people and tell them to limit the weight a little bit.
Yeah, it usually seems to be the more tactical. You want to have that big old assault pack full of everything under the sun. But yeah, you don't see that so much with the black and tans, but it's still out there. Mark, what do you think? Do you talk to them, or you kind of just let it roll?
Hasn't been a problem. So, and I run pretty lean. I mean, I've got just a few mags. I have a hydration pack on my back. I think the most I carried extra last year was a extra bottle of BBs because my son was running that LMG.
Right. Oh, so you were the pack mule for them?
Yeah.
Give the ammo to the old guy. That makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, I see it too. Like, the guys who are waiting to go through chrono and they're all hunched over like they're doing one of those ruck marches. Like, I want to go and do what AWOL said, talk to them, find out why they're carrying this. But sometimes I feel that's not really my place. Maybe they have got a reason they want everything they've got, and I would let you guys handle it. If you realize the guy hasn't reached into his backpack for the last 2 hours, maybe drop it somewhere, kind of thing. But I never do, even though I probably should. But I don't know. What do you guys? How do you
can
feel
only do so
about
much.
people using others as pack mules?
As an LMG user, I thoroughly enjoy using other people as pack mule.
You're looking at his pack mule.
Yeah.
As much as I want to say I'm not surprised, or as much as I want to say I'm surprised, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Doc, we're shooting for 30,000 rounds of ammunition thrown down range.
Jesus Christ!
And what weight are you running?
3 2s.
God.
I have multiple LMGs on my crew, and none of them are planning on going through 30,000 rounds.
Why
This
do you hate
dude,
yourself so much?
Just to put it into perspective, we did the first 4 hours of Operation Adler, the Ensado event. I burned through 17,400 rounds.
There's videos.
There's videos.
I know. Doesn't mean I'm happy about it, but I know.
I'm the guy that you look at and go,
Yes, $8
oh,
billion
I'm
of
so
videos.
glad that LMG is on my team.
Death by budget.
Yes.
This is what they call pay to win, folks.
Yeah. So this question has also started to pop up the last couple of days too, because like I said, people are starting to finally read through the player packet and asking pertinent questions, which is great.
What? People are asking important questions?
No, it's great, right?
Oh my God!
Questions about radios have started to pop up. What's the necessity for radios? Why does everybody have to have one? Do our best to explain that. As COs who are trying to relay pertinent information to what you're trying to do, how do you like to tackle radio protocol and discipline?
Shut up.
Well, okay, fine. AWOL?
I'll point it out again. Like last Bad Blood, I don't know who Steve is. Steve needs to find out where we are on the field, and Steve needs to stop and stay off the radio. Like it's there to find the triage, and that's about it. Like, and,
Yeah.
You're walking off field. I'm going to tell you where we're at by grid, and that's going to be it. We could be in the middle of a gunfight. I will step back real quick, tell you where we're at, and get back at it with the rest of the guys. But like, it's not really there for especially the main channels. They're not there for you and your squad to be. Oh, there's a group over there. There's a group over there. Especially considering the fact that we run in a mass. There's kind of no point.
If you're on main channels, don't be. The main thing that you're there to be there on main channels for is you're getting your information from whoever your CO is or your XO is, getting your orders that way. And God forbid there's something else going on and someone needs to radio in if there's, blind man, if there's someone got hurt, something going on, fire, etc.
Right.
Stay off the radios, guys. If you guys want to talk and be in your own little groups, all of our radio channels are posted on the actual player forums or in the player packet. Go through them, make sure your stuff isn't on our frequencies because we are going to be using them, especially anybody that's in this group here, in this bit of embedded staff. We have to be on there because we're also keeping everything moving along for the game. We need to know when events are happening, where people are, where things are going on, if there's medical, if there's emergencies. Let us be on there because those are the ones that we are there for. Figure out what channels you guys want to be on. If you want to talk and you want to do all that stuff, do it elsewhere, not on the main channels.
I've had my first senior moment. I'm sorry to interject and go on an ADD tangent for a second.
Too late.
I've been using the same mouse for 2 years, and I just found a button I never knew it had.
Of all the things, no.
I'm sorry. I went to move my mouse because the cursor was right on my face. I'm like, let me just move that out of the way. I got to bump it, and I clicked a button and it opened a window.
Oh,
Got it.
What?
Dr. Mark, do you have anything to add to what AWOL said that wasn't our? That was the answer.
Yeah,
Is
that's
there really
it.
anything to add to that?
Turn off the voice activated so we don't have to listen to you breathing heavy and cussing when you fell into a ditch.
Oh, Mark, yes. Amen, brother. I don't want to hear you breathing and dying of heat stroke.
Here's my favorite thing when it comes to Vox, because the guy always running Vox is the guy running the headset. And his boom mic is right next to his gearbox. It's all you hear. Yeah. We're in
guys, I need covering fire.
I think I just split my pants on this log.
Yeah, in a couple weeks, we're going to be talking about radio usage and how to read a basic map. So we'll
Hey,
cover.
we only have a couple weeks left.
Actually, it's a good point. Starting today, we're going every single week until the week after Bad Blood. So you're gonna have to look at our mugs every Thursday.
I'm gonna have to change
Next
up my
week,
school
you guys
schedule.
are going to see me miserable because I'm going to be on a 48.
Ooh, no, thank you. Actually, well, while we think about it, let me see. Next week could be radios. Actually, let me look real fast. I'm gonna get real bright for a second. So hold on.
Oh, absolutely, Circus Armories. We love to hear the grenades going off on the radios. That's chef's kiss.
Yeah, next week is all about radios and how to read basic grids on a map. So when you ask AWOL, where is everybody, and you get a B2, so that you know how to read that. So because everybody should have a map because it's the very first page of the player packet. So, oh yeah, that's true. PTT blockers, yeah, it's just unnecessary chatter is the bane of existence. So
I just spent the money to get a very good whole PTT setup this year. So if you see a bunch of antennas poking out of my bag, I am running multiple radios now.
I'm cutting them.
I'll cut you. I spent almost $300 on those fucking things.
You spent $300 to have whips.
Could have spent that on BBs.
yeah, right.
30,000 rounds, baby.
Hey man, I got a pocket LMG now, so I can make that happen.
I don't think a compass is actually going to benefit anyone because the map is really nothing more than a satellite image, and you can kind of figure out where you are by looking at the map and looking at your surroundings. The picture that the map is based off of is fairly recent, so
to that note,
not a whole
also
lot of need for a compass. What's that?
ATAX. The app for your phone gives a damn good accurate ping for your location on the field.
If there's cell service.
If you have an iPhone, you get iTax. It works off a satellite.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. I don't have a problem with using technology for purposes like that. It's fine. But yeah, as far as an actual Lensatic or something, I don't see a whole lot of need because especially you're going to be traveling with the group. So if you need it more for I'm coming back on the field, well, the field is laid out north to south. Like that's really, if you look at the map, that's really how the place is laid out. So if you're walking through the only entrance to the field, you kind of have an idea of where you are. Okay, this is covered in the player packet. We use FRS/GMRS. We're not going to get into the legality of FRS and stuff like that. All of the frequencies are listed in the player packet for each team. Again, we'll cover this all next week. But yeah, and I've had questions. Well, can we use other frequencies for team chat? That's fine. If you need to chatter, that's fine. Just make sure you're not stepping on anybody else. Make sure, like, if you were there first, you were there first. Good for you.
Like I said, do your due diligence, guys. Go through the player packet, check those radios, those radio frequencies, and make sure you guys are not on the main channels.
Yeah,
and I know you guys have your ones you use at home.
They're spaced out enough that even with the Baofangs and the Wufongs and the Chinese radios, there's enough space in between the different allocations. There shouldn't be any bleed. So, everyone with the programmables out there, you should be fine. If you want to use a CTCSSs or you want to run a channel that's not listed in the player packet, that's fine. If you're going to go off of FRS, you're going to try and do something, more ham or something like that, make sure you have a license, because last thing we need is, FCC nonsense, none of that. So if you want to go for crazy radio frequencies, you want to do, ultra high or whatever, just make sure you have a license for it. But we're covered under a site thing. We can do FRS and GMRS. So that means channels 1 through 22 are in use for this game. Like I said, they're spaced out in the player packet. So Deus Ex isn't going to be stepping on Green's Army, and nobody's going to be stepping on the admin channel. So we should be fine. Nothing really to worry about. But again, next week we'll talk all about radios and how to read the map and how to get from point A to point B. That'll be a fun one because I'm a map nerd and Buck and I are radio nerds. So
Yes,
well,
we
all
are.
right, back to the antenna you got. Is it my big old 6-foot whip or what?
I do have one of the 6-foot whips, but most of the ones that I use are the gooseneck. Those are the ones I love.
But mine have the gooseneck with the 4-foot whip on it. So,
I've seen those, but those are no, thank you.
it's fun. It's fun.
Can I ask a non-radio related question?
Yeah, please. Let's wait
Sure.
for next year or next week.
Because last year was such a big hit. Can I request that this gets read on stage this year at the end of the briefing?
Absolutely. Yeah. Why not?
I was going to say that'd be a perfect time for the Deus Ex faction meeting if you guys want to do that.
Yeah, that's
Just-
fine.
Just so everyone's aware, this does not look like much, but this is 12 feet. And no, I'm not using the full 12 feet.
I mean, I am kind of commandeering the stage from you guys, which I know you guys usually meet before.
We usually meet off to the side of the stage, but this year's a little special for this one. So I want this one to stand out.
Yeah, do it. Do it at the end of the.
You guys know how I feel about airsoft time. So as long as we're not running long and we're not, and especially if you've got players who had to maybe step out of chrono and then need to get back in line.
That means they just needed to have been there earlier and been more productive in getting things done.
I'm not denying that. Yeah, but yeah, absolutely. I think that'd be a lot of fun for everybody. It'd be good,
Heck yeah.
Good photo op, good video op, to really catch all of the weirdness that is Bad Blood.
Deus Ex.
So, all right. So I think we have kind of talked ourselves to death, which is always fun. So before we wrap it up, Buck, what you got going on in the next couple weeks other than a 48?
Yeah, aside from me doing an insane amount of overtime this month, you guys can catch me out at Capital Combat Zone pretty much every weekend up until Bad Blood. If you guys want to come say hello, come hang out, shoot some BBs, feel free to say hi. I'm also 420 friendly. Feel free to let me know if you are when you show up. Aside from that, I'm just kind of doing lots of prep for Bad Blood, working on traps for the event, working on whatever I can to stay productive, keeping my guys all situated and ready.
Very good. Hey, well, what do you got going on in a couple weeks?
I just got parts in for my gun to fix it, so I'm happy about that. And I guess that I'm gonna play at a private field.
Awesome.
My guys just made
Being able to fix your gun, what's that like?
Mark, what do you got going on?
Oh no!
Oh, Mark's turn.
Oh no!
Mark, next couple weeks, anything?
Well, today was the last student day. Tomorrow's the last teacher day, so I am going to be free. I'll have plenty of time to get the gear ready and do a little bit of relaxing, play every weekend until we get there.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
Very nice. Nesbitt?
I'm going to be accelerating getting schoolwork done. That way, when Bad Blood comes around, I can enjoy it.
Very good. Doc, what about you?
Got to finish up for my my daughter's turning 6 next weekend, so we got to finish
Oh,
up.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Very sweet.
That's great. All right, before we close, I feel we need to give everyone the reminder because temperatures are heating up. So let's remind everybody what the responsibility is for Bad Blood.
Why are you dehydrated? Because not sir. I'll tell you why. Because you're not filling the goddamn water.
Oh, all right. So
Okay.
I mean, it's we spent 15 minutes talking about water, so why not?
We did.
Yeah. All right. That being said, I'm Ian. These are my friends, and this is Bad Blood.